Hi everyone, I'm Hales and welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about some trousers that I've made, and I'm undecided if they're a success or not. It was part of the BHM Pattern Designers Challenge run by So Natural Dane and Island Socialist. I will link their channels down below in the description box if you want to check it out, what it's all about and everything, but it's running through the month of February. So I chose a pattern from a black pattern designer, which is Style So Me, and I've never made their patterns before, but I had to look, and they had some they had some jeans called the Chloe jeans, but they said in the description box that they would be nice made up in a twill or something as trousers. So I had some black stretch cotton fabric, and I thought maybe I would try those, because in the description it says that the trousers are designed for an hourglass shape. I am an hourglass shape. There's about a 10-inch difference between my waist and my hip measurement, and I've had all sorts of problems in the past trying to get trousers to fit. I will put a link down again below in the description box of some of those trouser fitting videos where they haven't been great. So I thought I'd try these, make them as trousers rather than jeans, and I wasn't sure if that was going to have an effect on how the jeans ended up. I think they are sort of mum style, so they're not a slim, they're not a skinny fit jean. They do have that sort of ease in them, although the pattern does say that it doesn't have excess ease fitted into their designs, and so to go by the actual measurement. So the size chart says that they don't have excess ease in their sizes, so to go by your sort of natural measurements, and if one is larger than the other, go with like the larger size. Now they go from an extra small to a 3X. So it goes from, so it doesn't give you finished measurements, it just tells you, I've just printed off their size chart, it just tells you like body measurements, and that's what you have to go by. So for these, so you don't need to know the bust. So natural waist of a 24.5 inch waist going up to a 46 inch waist, and the hip of a 34 inch hip going up to a 55 inch hip. So I cut out, so they've got their patterns layered. So on Adobe Reader, I think it is, I've got on my MacBook, you can then select layers, and so I printed just sizes 16, 18 and 20 because I wasn't sure. I thought if there's no ease built in, although I've got a stretched cotton fabric, I don't want them skin tight. I need to be able to have a bit of ease in there, but as it turned out, I made them too big because I cut the 20 because that is a 47.5 inch hip, and my hip is 44 inches. So I thought, oh, that will just give me a little bit of ease. They were huge, so I cut them down, which took them to a size 18 hip. So I'm 34, 44, and the size 18 is 36 and 45.5. I realised, and I will put footage in here, that they're too big. They're really difficult to photograph as well. So you'll see that I've taken a few camera angle shots because trying to film black and show the details of black is really tricky. There's like an art form to it, which I just don't know how to do. So I will put in the clips here, and I'll have them rolling. You will see them coming up now to sort of show you where the issues are. So they are too big. It is too big. It's too big at the waist. I think it fits okay at the sort of tummy area, and I think if anything it's maybe a little bit snug, but I don't want to grade up because then I think it's too big. So it's too big on the actual natural waist, so it's sort of like a high waist, I guess, jean, and then on the hips and on the thighs they're really big, and all the way down the leg. I mean, like I said, I made the 18, I then ended up cutting off 2 inches all the way down because they were just too big. There was just too much excess. They were huge, and even now they are too loose, they're too baggy. And I've looked up, someone suggested looking at the closet core pants fitting guide, so I had a look at that this morning, and I think, I don't know if you'll see it in this clip here, but I do have maybe a slight wedgie and horizontal wrinkles under my bum, and so I think that means I've got either full thighs, so I need to add a bit to the like inseam of the leg, or it could mean that I have a low butt, and so I need to make an adjustment on that. I'll show you the pattern piece. So this is for the back piece. I mean, it looks huge, but so the actual crotch did come up here, it did come up higher than that, and so I cut some out to do a lower scoop. But I think I maybe need to angle it more so it comes further out, so it's more L-shaped rather than J-shaped, and then that might accommodate more room for the shape of my bum, and possibly add some length like here or here, because when I walk in them they feel like they're sort of twisting to the inside and pulling to the inside, and I think that is for full thighs. So I think perhaps next time I need to just like take a bit more out of there and then add a bit here, so it's just got that extra width. But I definitely need to cut this down. So I have, because like I said, I printed out the 16, 18, 20. I've cut off the 20, so these are an 18. I think I need to cut to a 16, possibly grade to an 18 at the fullest bit of my thigh and then down again. And there's just too much lower down on the leg as well. Now I did take an inch out of the front crotch rise because I'm 5'3" and I'm short waisted, and I find that even on like ready to wear jeans and trousers, the front crotch is always too long on me. So I took an inch out of that, and I think that is the right adjustment. I didn't actually, now the one thing I didn't do, which I've had to do on other patterns, is a full seat adjustment. I didn't have to do that on these because, like I said, they are designed for hourglass and with a fuller bottom. But I do think obviously just making that adjustment there to the crotch, and just that will then hopefully eliminate the wrinkles at the back that I have got, and just really slim the legs down. Now there's a couple of places where you can shorten them. So here, and then down here. So up here, where, so you've got the crotch here, and then that's like the full thigh. I took an inch of length out of there. They're still quite long, so in the video I have then, as the video progresses on, I've tried them without my boots on, then rolled them up, then I've put some old trainers on and then had them with that. When I roll them up 3 times, it kind of pulls them down and straightens them out, and I think in the summertime they will be okay like that, to have like rolled up with some sandals or something like that. But to have the actual leg down, like the trouser leg all just like released down, this sort of crumpling, and I'm not sure, I can't put my finger on it. So if you know, and I mean it's quite hard to tell from the footage, but believe me, I tried outside, inside, and I tried like 3 different rooms in the house to get the best lighting to film these. If you can see from the footage what you think may be the issue, other than just slimming down the leg, should I then take, you know, let me know in the comments down below. I mean, do you think I need to take out length out of like the shin area as well? Do you think that if I just like deepen that curve and add a bit to the crotch, that will sort it out? I'm not sure. This has back pockets because there are jeans. I didn't put the back pockets on, I left them off. It has a yoke, and I think it's quite a nice shape. So it has like the back yoke, and that just pulls it in. I possibly need to do sway back adjustment, but I think making the waist smaller and cutting them smaller size may bring it in a bit more. But it does give that nice sort of shape, and I think that is quite a good feature, although I kind of wish I put the pockets on now, but you know, live and learn. I have put a belt, I've got a really old belt, but by putting a belt on, that does cinch it in and holds them up, so I think that's fine. It's just the whole leg issue, otherwise they just fall down and then just bag out. The instructions do give instructions for a queen pocket and like the regular sort of jeans pockets. I found them really confusing. I emailed them and I said I couldn't make out how to do the pockets at all, and she did email back a few days later sort of saying that because the instructions are on the flat, they're a line drawing instructions, not photo instructions, which I do prefer a line drawing, but this went from flat to kind of like on the curve, and so I think in that instance it would be handy if perhaps she'd put some photos or footage or something on, say like her blog, where you could then refer to, because I could not understand, I've never made jeans before, I couldn't understand how to do the pockets. So I kind of watched a few YouTube videos on how to make pockets for jeans and then kind of eyeballed it. So I did 2 practice pockets. So I got some corduroy and I had that as one pocket, and I knew that was like the bit you're going to see, and then I had the facing, and then so I've just overlocked there so it's sat on there, and by doing that I was like, oh, that's how the pocket's supposed to be, and by just doing a practice I was then able to figure it out, but the instructions were really confusing on that. But what they were really good at was the zip instructions. So the zip instructions were really good, and honestly they are I've made two pairs of trousers for my husband, which were cosplay trousers. So I'd never done the metals, I'd never done a trouser zip until then, so I did two for him, and then I did one pair on the Acajou trousers by Duranzo, and that's it. They're the only zip flies I've ever done. But this one, this was by far the quickest way of installing the zip. It's not perfect, that is down to my sort of stitching, but there's no basting and then having to like rip it out or that kind of thing. And I just couldn't believe how quickly it went in, and they were really good. So if you want to know, yeah, they're really good instructions for the zip, not so clear on the pockets. I did put the belt loops on, but I made them shorter because they're trousers rather than jeans. I didn't want them too long, so I did sort of cut a couple of centimetres off that and just made them shorter. So yeah, so it has, I like the yoke and the shaping there, but yeah, I don't know, maybe a few tweaks. So what do you think? Do you think I should stick with it and make those minor adjustments, or do you think I should give up or try something different, or try, I don't know, try anything at this stage? I don't have any ready to wear perfect fitting trousers to copy, so this is the best. Although I think I am progressing. I think there are less and less issues, they're just slightly different ones. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video.